growth of Assamese nationalism and formation of literary association and socio-political organizations, role of Assam in the national movement for independence, Ministry of Gopinath Bordalai, some post-independence institution. These are the key points in this chapter. These key points are included. Okay. Now have a look at the book Growth of Assamese Nationalism. Do you have pencil with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Keep pencil with you also. The first Anglo-Burmese war took place in 1825. Underline this. First Anglo-Burmese war was taken place in the year 1825. Anglo-Burmese war means what? Anglo means British, Burmese means Burmese. Okay. Anglo means what? British. And Burmese means Burmese. The people who live in Burma, now Myanmar. After the expulsion of the Burmese from Assam, Yandabu Treaty was signed on 26 February 1826. Burmese were expelled from Assam by British, and before expelling, a treaty was made between the Burmese and the British on 26 February 1826. So this is the Treaty of Yandabu. This is also important. So when was the Treaty of Yandabu signed? Then the answer is the Treaty of Yandabu was signed on 26 February 1826. Underline this. It resulted in the political annexation of Assam by the East India Company, short form is EIC. After the Sepoy Mutiny, India came under the direct rule of the British Crown on the basis of Queen's Proclamation of 1858. After Sepoy Mutiny, that was 1857, the Indian administration was totally came under the hand of the British by Queen's Proclamation. Okay, the period from 1826 to 1858 is known as Company Raj. Underline this also. Period from 1826 to 1858 is known as Company Raj in Assam. There is also question, which period is known as the Company Raj in Assam? So from the period 1826 to 1858, the British annexation of Assam led to economic and political destruction of the region. The introduction of English education and had well impact on Indian society. English education हमारे समाज में in the society of India impacted a lot. On one hand, it helped the educated indigenous class to critically question their tradition, and on the other hand, it facilitated the growth of national awareness. Means English education improved the knowledge of the Indian people. From one hand, the indigenous class of Assam, they were inquisitive. Inquisitive means सवाल पूछने लायक का, कोई भी बात को वो पूछने लगे थे, and national awareness was also grown in their mind. National awareness means what? Rashtriya Jagran. Okay, like in other parts of India, by the end of the 19th century, voice of dissent against colonial dominance began to stir the people of Assam. Gradually, the voice of dissent against the British rule found expression in the writing of several prominent personalities of the time, arousing feeling of nationalism in the region. Several socio-cultural organizations were formed to highlight the problem and aspirations of the common people. ओके, इंग्लिश एजुकेशन जब से लागू हुआ असम में, मीन्स ऑल ओवर इंडिया में, तो असम में भी इसका बहुत अच्छा प्रभाव पड़ा। लोगों के बीच में सोशल अवेयरनेस जागा, लोगों को सामाजिक जागरण हुआ, राष्ट्रीय अवेयरनेस, नेशनल अवेयरनेस also rose, and then people started agreement. It is a kind of agreement. Then again, one social organization was formed. It was what organization? Ohomia Bhasha Unnoti Sadhini Sabha. Okay. By the middle of the 19th century, Assam witnessed the growth of a newly emerged educated Assamese middle class. By the middle of 19th century, a newly emerged middle class was born in Assam. Another significant development of the period was the growth of national awareness. As a result, the new middle class made efforts to organize itself. One of the earliest associations was the Gyan Pradyanti Sabha. Underline this. It was the earliest association, Gyan Pradyanti Sabha, initiated by Anandaram Dhekial Phukan and Ghanabiram Porua in 1857. Underline this all. And question is that what was the, you can write down, what was the earliest, what was the earliest association what was the earliest association of Assam? It was what? Gyan Pradyanti Sabha. Anandaram Dhekial Phukan strongly opposed the introduction of Bengali language in schools. At that time, Bengali language was made compulsory in schools. Okay, असम के स्कूल में बंगाली लैंग्वेज को कंपलसरी करके रखा हुआ था. So, Anandaram Dhekial Phukan strongly opposed it. Anandaram Dhekial Phukan ने उसको oppose किया. Offices and courts in places of Assamese in 1835, because Bengali language was not only imposed in schools and colleges, but also in courts. Court में भी Bengali language था. As a result of that, Anandaram Dhekial Phukan and his associate, Anandaram Dhekial Phukan और उनके जो साथ के लोग थे, उन लोगों ने इस चीज का अपोज किया. Consequently, there had been heated debate in the press regarding the independent status of Assamese language and re-establishing it in school and offices. And they opposed it through press also. Several debates were taken place, and they demanded that Assamese language should be re-established in schools and offices, because Assamese language was not given priority. What language was given priority? Bengali language. Okay. This movement for Assamese language eventually led to the growth of cultural regeneration in Assam. It was only in 1873 Assamese language was re-established. Underline this. 1873. In 1873, after long effort of Anandaram Dhekial Phukan and other few persons, Assamese language was re-established. Underlined. When was, question is that when was Assamese language re-established in Assam? When was Assamese language re-established in Assam? Answer is Assamese language was re-established in Assam in the year 1873. You can underline this. However, in the process, language became a marker of Assamese nationalism. In Calcutta, we find more strong initiatives by the students from Assam to form association in order to improve Assamese language and literature. In Calcutta also it was seen that people, those who were from Assam, जो असम के लड़के लोग या असम के लोग कलकत्ता में जाकर बसे हुए थे, they also supported Assamese language from there. The first non-association formed in Calcutta was the Assamese Literary Society. Underline this. The first non-association formed in Calcutta was the Assamese Literary Society, established in 1872 under the leadership of Devi Charan Borua and Ganga Govinda Phukan. So answer is question is, what was the first non association in bracket give Assamese language and literature? Then of Assam, question mark, when was it established and who established it? Then move on to another side. The proclaimed objective of the society was literary, yet it also played a political role. In 1872, two of its illustrious members, Jagannath Barua and Manik Chandra Barua, on behalf of the society, submitted a memorandum to the Viceroy. Who? Jagannath Barua and Malik Chandra Barua. This Manik Chandra and Jagannath Barua submitted a memorandum to the Viceroy, Lord Northbrook. At that time, the Viceroy was Lord Northbrook, appealing to take necessary steps for the development of the natural resources of Assam and linking Assam with Bengal by railway. They demanded this. Okay. What they demanded? They demanded that steps for the development of natural resources of Assam and linking Assam with Bengal by railways. The society was active till 1885, and this society, Assam Literary Society, was active till 1885. With the growing attacks on the Assamese language in the Bengali press, the Assamese students in Calcutta felt the need to organize an association to enrich Assamese language and literature. Consequently, in 1888, the Assamia Bhasha Unnati Sadhini Sabha, underline this, in 1888, Assamia Bhasha Unnati Sadhini Sabha was formed. Underline this. And you can write question also, when was Assamia Bhasha Unnati Sadhini Sabha formed? And it soon matured into a literary organization under the able guidance of students like Hemchandra Goswami, Lakshminath Besbarua, Kanaklal Barua, Ramakanta Borkakoti, and Chandra Kumar Agarwala. Written. Are you listening properly and doing writing, etc.? Raise hand. You raise hand. Okay. Again, look at your book. The Assamia Bhasha Unnati Sadhini Sabha aroused a sense of unity and national awareness among the SMEs. It brought a sense of national awareness among the SMEs. To develop a strong scientific base for the Assamese language, the Sabha took the initiative of adopting uh, a correct and standardized grammatical system in all the vernacular schools of Assam. Assamese लैंग्वेज को अच्छी तरह से हर स्कूल में इंट्रोड्यूस करने के लिए one grammar book was also published. एक Assamese grammar was published. Okay. This Assamia Bhasha Unnati Sadhini Sabha published the grammar book. Okay. Grammatical system in all the vernacular means local school. माने regional school. Okay. Vernacular means local or regional school. It also decided to complete a comprehensive social history of Assam and to translate the important Sanskrit works into Assamese. Okay. It also inspired to publish a book of Sanskrit and then translate that book into Assamese. It was due to initiative of the Assamia Bhasha Unnati Sadhini Sabha. The government undertook the publication of Hemchandra Barua's magnum opus. Underline this also. Government undertook the publication. That means at the time the British government took the initiative to publish a book which was written by Hemchandra Barua. The name of that book was हेमकोस. ओके. सो गवर्नमेंट ब्रिटिश सरकार ने जिम्मेदारी लिया था कि हम लोग हेमकोस नाम का जो हेमचंद्र बरुआ का किताब है उस किताब को पब्लिश करेंगे. ओके. द असमिया भाषा उन्नति साधिनी सभा used to held regular scholarly discussion on various subjects like Assam's history, culture, literature and language. असमिया भाषा उन्नति साधिनी सभा रेगुलर डिस्कस करते थे. दे डिस्कस रेगुलरली ऑन वेरियस सब्जेक्ट्स लाइक असम का हिस्ट्री के बारे में डिस्कस करते हैं, कल्चर के बारे में, कल्चर मीन संस्कृति, लिटरेचर, साहित्य एंड लैंग्वेज. इट आल्सो sought to establish branches in different parts of Assam. असमिया भाषा उन्नति साधिनी सभा ने डिसाइड किया कि असम के डिफरेंट पार्ट में वे लोग अपना अपना क्या बनाएंगे, ब्रांच. Several Assamese students who returned back to Assam after completion of their studies at Calcutta formed branches in Kohima, Tezpur, Dibrugarh, Sibsagar, Nagaon, Golaghat, Barpeta, Gwalpara, Jorhat and Guwahati. जो दूसरे जगह में थे, ओके, जो कोहिमा में थे वे लोग वापस आए असम में. आने के बाद में उन लोगों ने तेजपुर, डिब्रूगढ़, शिवसागर, नौगांव ये सब जगह में ब्रांच खोला आकर. द मोस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द असमिया भाषा उन्नति साधिनी सभा वाज द पब्लिकेशन ऑफ देयर जर्नल. लुक, जोनाकी, अंडरलाइन दिस, जोनाकी व्हिच ushered a new era in Assamese literature. So Jonaki was published by Asamiya Bhasha Unnati Sathini Sabha, which you can write down. Which organization formed Jonaki in Assam? We will get all this and I will give you extra question also. Whenever we will explain extra question at that time, we will do all this. Even ऐसा नहीं कि मैं पढ़ाऊंगा तो और तुम लोग क्या उतना लेसन में ध्यान नहीं दो, लेसन में भी ध्यान दो so that you can write down yourself also question. Okay, अपने से भी लिख पाने का एक तुम्हारे दिल में वो होना पड़ेगा. We will discuss also Jonaki era. What now? Jonaki era. मैं लेसन भी पढ़ाते जा रहा हूँ एंड क्वेश्चन आंसर, लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन आंसर मैंने YouTube में एक पोस्ट किया, 6 नंबर तक दिया हूँ लेसन 3 का. Today I may give you the whole long questions answer there. You will write down that also. And you can show me those question. Jonaki era. Jonaki, the mouthpiece of the Abus, played a significant role in literary and cultural regeneration of Assam. Okay, Jonaki is the mouthpiece of Abuz. Abuz means Asamiya Bhasha Unnati Sadhini Sabha. Okay, so it was the mouthpiece of Abuz. Jonaki mouthpiece था, मुंह का टुकड़ा था. किसका? Abuz का. The cultural and literary renaissance started by Arunoday reached its zenith. Arunoday is the first Assamese newspaper. अरुणोदय असम का सबसे पहला न्यूज़पेपर था. Reached its zenith in the pages of Jonaki. और अरुणोदय is a kind of here given renaissance also. So Jonaki में everything was published. These all history of Assam, culture, literature, language, etc. were published in Jonaki also. That's why Jonaki is known as the mouthpiece of what? Abuz. Chandrakumar Agarwala was the first editor of Jonaki. Underline this. And question is, who was the first editor of Jonaki? So answer is Chandrakumar Agarwala was the first editor of Jonaki. It successfully brought out new literary talents amongst the Assamese intelligentsia of the period. Chandrakumar Agarwala, the editor of Jonaki, in the inaugural issue, made it clear that the politics of the ruler was beyond the purview of Jonaki. Consequently, Jonaki never dabbled in politics. उन्होंने भी बोला था, Jonaki would never be dabbled in politics, but the articles and poems published in it reflected the nationalistic views of the authors. Okay. One of the recurrent themes of Jonaki was the decline of indigenous commerce and industries of Assam after British annexation and about regenerating economic self-dependence. Konakal Borua and Kamalakanta Bhattacharya regularly wrote about the economic backwardness of Assam and made urgent appeal to ensure economic progress of Assam. Konakal Borua and Kamalakanta Borua, ये लोग असम के इकोनॉमिक प्रोग्रेस के बारे में हमेशा लिखता था. असम कितना इकोनॉमिकली बैकवर्ड हो चुका है आफ्टर द अराइवल ऑफ ब्रिटिश के आ जाने के बाद में असम का इकोनॉमी बहुत खराब हो चुका है. ये सब बात को वे लिखा करते थे, दोनों लिखा करते थे. ओके, look at this figure, Hemchandra Goswami. Are you looking? Then Lakshminath Bejborua, Chandrakumar Agarwala. Now turn over. Lakshminath Bejborua wrote Murdekh, Assam Hongir, Bin Boragi, etc. Okay, so you can underline this. And the writings of Ambikagiri Rai Chaudhary used to popularize nationalistic sentiment. Ambikagiri Rai Chaudhary ने भी लोगों के बीच में नेशनल सेंटिमेंट जगाया था. नेशनल सेंटिमेंट मीन्स देश के प्रति जागरूक किया था अंबिकागिरी राय चौधरी ने अपने लिखावट से. Jonaki was successful in regenerating cultural and social consciousness in Assam, and Jonaki became successful. Jonaki सक्सेस हो गया था लोगों के बीच में क्या फैलाने में, लोगों के बीच में क्या फैलाने में, राष्ट्रीयता फैलाने में सक्सेस हो गया था. असम छात्र सम्मेलन. Then what we discuss, Assam Chhatra Sammelan. The growth of national awareness also inspired the formation of the Assam Chhatra Sammelan. and its first session was held on 25th December 1916 at Guwahati. Underline this. Like नेशनल अवेयरनेस को जागृत करने के लिए असम छात्र सम्मेलन बना था and its first session was held on 25th December 1916 at Guwahati under the presidency of Lakshminath Bezborua. Underline. The founder secretary was Chandranath Sharma. Its founder secretary was Chandranath Sharma. Question is that who was the founder secretary of Assam Chhatra Sammelan? The chief objective of the Sammelan was to enrich the mother tongue by contributing towards its development and preservation. The Chhatra Sammelan also attempted at exchanging views amongst all the students of school and colleges of Assam. असम छात्र सम्मेलन ने सब स्कूल एंड कॉलेज में अपना मतलब कि व्यू कि क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं करना चाहिए ये सब बारे में डिस्कस करने लगा था. एट इट्स इंसेप्शन द सम्मेलन केप्ट पॉलिटिक्स अवे फ्रॉम इट्स पीवीपी. और असम छात्र सम्मेलन पॉलिटिक्स को अपने से दूर रखा था. Yet many of its leaders supported participation of students in national politics. Though it was not a political organization, it helped in the growth of a conscious group of assembled students. Okay, eminent personalities from different fields like education, politics, and literature used to participate in the annual session of the Sammelan. Prominent among them were Lakshminath Bezborua, underline these all, Padmanath Gohai Borua, Acharya Prafulla Chandra Rai, and Krishna Kanta Handip. They were prominent. It had a preface formal named Milan. It was famous as Milan. The Sammelan made remarkable contribution to the growth of Assam's educational, cultural, and literature, and also to the growth of national consciousness. राष्ट्रीय जागरूकता पैदा करने के लिए ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बना था. Okay, till here we discussed. Again, by tomorrow we will discuss the remaining part. Okay. Now after this आप लोग एक काम करो, ये जो मैंने YouTube में क्वेश्चन आंसर अपलोड किया उस क्वेश्चन को आप लोग क्या करोगे, लिखो और लिखकर मुझे फिर दिखाना. ओके,
रात तक कर सकते ना सर? राती
हाँ?
दिले होबो ना सर? इटा बेलेग टिউশনত যাম.
তো খালি টিউশনে পড়ে থাকিবে নেকি? স্কুল খোলা থাকিলে গলি হয় টিউশন.
হ্যাঁ